Bro, I'm seeing a bunch of fucking idiots right now going out saying, "Oh, Henry Cavill's a traitor. Henry Cavill's a sellout," and there are people now mad at Henry Cavill for coming back. And basically, so in an interview, Henry Cavill is ready for more inspiring Superman. The most important thing is for the audience to leave the cinema and to feel like they can fly, to feel like they can protect, to feel like they want to give to everyone else. Now, this comes back because, of course, spoiler alert for Black Adam. At the end of the post-credit scenes in Black Adam, Superman does show up, and it is in fact Henry Cavill. It is the first time we see Henry Cavill Superman come back ever since Justice League in 2017, at least in the big screen. You would have thought that that would have been a moment of celebration, cheer, joy that we got Henry Cavill Superman, the man who began the Snyderverse with Man of Steel, the face of the Snyderverse. You know, all the movies that Zack Snyder's directed has been all based on Superman's story, his arc. And you would think that the return of the Man of Steel himself would bring joy, would bring happiness, but no. Instead, we have a bunch of bumfuck idiots who are now putting out tweets like this. Goddess of War, another idiot, who is supposed to be Restore Snyder's, but oh well. He says, could just be me, but I'm starting to get the impression that Henry Cavill's a sellout. Then we have here Unbiased Snyder Fan. I will not be supporting a Henry Cavill Superman movie even if Zack Snyder's involved. Which, by the way, that completely diminishes your entire fucking perspective. Like, what? I thought you were. What? You want Zack Snyder back, right? You want Zack Snyder to direct Henry Cavill, right? This makes no sense. And then here Unbiased Snyder Fan responds saying, I said I will. I didn't say you shouldn't. If you're angry, check yourself. Bro, you're a fucking idiot. You said right. Oh my god. Wait, you're a Snyder fan. Nah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. He probably just did it as the hate clicks and all that, and I think this one even originated from someone. So he wants to play a totally different character. Then, okay, let me get this straight out of the way. I can understand frustration on the John Williams theme. I can understand frustration on seeing that it does look like they're gonna slightly change Superman. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. That was the entire Man of Steel arc. Look, and even over here, uh, Jared Louisi from Comics League even says you do know that was Zach's plan, right? Not a great plan. What? How is that a bad plan? That was the entire Zach. How? This is the thing that pisses me off about some Snyder fans. This is the reason why people always look at this the Snyder fandom as embarrassment, because we don't seem to really be connecting well. It seems like we just like to get angry over everything. And the thing is, the black suit was only a temporary suit that Zack was going to use. And even in Zack Snyder's Justice League, they show you in the background that the blue and red suit is still there. It's not like it just left. No, it still exists in the Zack Snyder universe, and even in the future, you see that the red and blue suit is still available. In the Nightmare timeline, what suit is he wearing? The red and blue suit. Zack Snyder wasn't always going to wear the black suit. That was only a temporary suit. And if you want to go comic accurate, he only uses it to regenerate himself, to get his powers back, to absorb more heat of the sun. That is the whole point of the black suit. It's not meant as a once and for all suit. It's kind of like the suit in BVS, the armor suit from Batman. That suit is only used specifically on certain occasions, and usually it's only when he has to go up against the Superman. Besides that, he uses his traditional suit. It's a temporary suit. And if you're mad at the curl, if you're mad at everything, who cares? It's just hair. This is what traditional Superman's been. That was the whole point of Zack Snyder's Superman. His entire arc was to get Superman to the point that where we know him from. It wasn't just supposed to be, oh, he's going to be dark and gloomy the entire time. It was and that was the whole point of Superman. Always inspired hope in Man of Steel on BVS, just that there were difficult circumstances in those films that led him to be less and less. And that was the whole point of those stories, about him finally learning to become the Superman, and especially Man of Steel, where he's just a rookie. But that was the whole point, eventually leading up to Zack Snyder's Justice League 3, where he's back, where he's no longer evil Superman. He's no longer this gloomy Superman. He's a happy Superman who realizes it doesn't matter what he thinks. It doesn't matter what his thoughts are on people. He has to protect these people, because who else is going to? Not only that, but by that time, the DCEU would have established that metahumans exist. Prior to Man of Steel, there was never a man flying in the sky. But now, after Zack Snyder's Justice League, the world would have been established, and they would have seen Superman as their protector. And Superman was going to have a smile on his face, and he was going to be the good Superman that we've always known him as. But seeing these idiots saying Henry Cavill's a sellout. By the way, first of all, Everyone's been saying, bring back Cavill, bring back Cavill. Then he's brought back, and now we have little bitches like this. These people aren't real fans. They're not. And then this one doesn't even make sense. Like, what? You want Zack Snyder to come back, but you said you will not be supporting a Henry Cavill Superman movie even if Zack Snyder's involved. That is so stupid. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? It's silly. It's stupid. The Snyder fandom, every time I talk about the fandom, and I need everyone to hear me clearly, I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. If you've been following the channel for over a year, you know my favorite movie of all time is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I keep repeating myself. I want the Snyderverse restored more than anything. My problem with Restore Snyderverse is there are a lot of idiot fans in this movement. There's way too many fans in this movement who just cry and bitch even when we're given what we want. We wanted Henry Cavill Superman back. We got him, and now everyone's still crying and bitching. It's the thing that frustrates me. People need to, and every time I slightly even bring up the toxic side, I always get people saying, "Oh, but that's just a small minority. They're not really even Snyder for." It's like you never want to address it. That's the problem. How do you think the Star Wars fandom got as bad as they did? Because they never want to address the problems in the fandom. And that's the thing the Snyder fandom's facing. It's been facing this ever since the Snyder Cut got released. We get a lot of ignorant idiot fans. And look, let's not deny it. Snyder haters are really bad. That's why I made my Superman video a couple of days ago, because I do think there's a lot of Snyder haters who don't truly understand the whole Restore Snyderverse movement. But you're giving them, you're giving them armor, you're giving them bullets to shoot you with by constantly bitching and complaining, and crying even if Henry Cavill's back. And that's the thing that pisses me off. This being Henry Cavill to Gerald's, the moment he got the Superman cape back. Oh my god! But no, it's so stupid. It literally, even Henry Cavill literally put aside his job at Witcher to be Superman. This guy clearly cares about being Superman, but then we have fucking idiots saying, could just be me, but I'm starting to get the impression that Henry Cavill is kind of so. And I guarantee you right now in the comment sections, you're probably going to see some people being like, but Isaac, that's only a small side of the family. That's hardly anything. We should still be. It's like, no, you guys need to shut the fuck up. You guys need to shut the fuck up when it comes to that. We have to acknowledge the bad side. If you're not toxic, good, move on. But we have to acknowledge it because it's been more of an issue. There's a reason why fandoms don't take us serious anymore. The reason why the Snyder Cut got released is because we were able to unite everyone. People who didn't like the Snyder movies, people who did love the Snyderverse, we all both came together and we supported the release of the Snyder Cut. We got the Snyder Cut, and it was a celebration. It was a moment of cheer. But ever since then, it feels like this toxic side of the Snyder fandom is isolating themselves around and hoping no one penetrates the shield. But the thing is, we need to open the gate so that everyone can come in and enjoy the Snyderverse, restore the Snyderverse. And look, there's always going to be haters, but guess what? We're only giving those haters ammo if you keep acting like little fucking whiny bitch babies, okay? That's my problem with the fandom. Maybe instead of crying, like, boycott Black Adam. There was literal idiots putting boycott Black Adam, boycott Black Adam. If you really want the Snyderverse restored, you show with your money. You show them, hey, we want Henry Cavill's back because he's part of the Snyderverse, so let's use our money to support this movie. They even reference BVS in the fucking post-credit scene. I don't get this ridiculous... And then seeing what y'all are saying about James Gunn is fucking horrific. If anything, he is the only man who could give you the chance of the Snyderverse restored. He's actually somewhat friends, or I don't know how close they are, but they've worked together with Zack Snyder. He likes Zack Snyder. And even Zack Snyder, when he was welcoming back Cavill, you know what he said? I'm hoping to work with you soon in the future. If you really want... And it's the thing, the Snyder fandom, it's supposed to be accountability over entertainment. But the thing is, that's not what the Snyderverse fandom is. The Snyderverse fandom is a bunch of whiny little bitch babies who just won't... Oh, crap. I went all the way down. But it's a bunch of whiny shit little babies who, anytime something slightly goes the other way, we just cry and complain. But this is supposed to be a win. Henry Cavill Superman's back. We have to work to it little by little. 2 years ago, we got Ben Affleck confirmed to be coming back as Flash. That's a win. Henry Cavill's not back. That's a win. Holy shit, look. We got Momoa. We got Ray Fisher's the only one that we're not getting for now. But we got Momoa, we got Gal Gadot, we got Ben Affleck, we got Henry Cavill. They're all back, and of course Ezra's gonna have to be replaced soon. But we got them all back. It's a little by little process, and that's my problem with the fandom. You don't want to hear the truth. Instead, you will just want someone to regurgitate the same shit so that it can come out your other ear. That's my problem with the fucking fandom. It's always the same bullshit. And then making those fucking accusations of James Gunn. Are you serious? If you're really about accountability over entertainment, then prove it to me. Oh, when Ezra Miller's brought up, y'all, shh. When Jared Leto's brought up, shh. Oh, but because James Gunn's, just because you didn't like a movie of his, now you're going to call him a pedophile with no fucking factual proof. It's the most annoying thing ever. You know? It's like, oh, Amber Heard, shh. Ezra Miller, shh. Jared Leto, shh. Oh, but, James Gunn, sus. Y'all aren't about accountability, because if y'all were accountability, y'all would be calling out Jared Leto, Ezra Miller. I don't see that from the fandom. Maybe like every once in a while. But I remember when the Ezra Miller stuff came out, I saw a lot of people being like, oh, it doesn't matter. We still want him in Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2. It's like, bro, like I'm seeing so much inconsistency. There is no accountability. There is no accountability over entertainment. Y'all are just going to Ray Fisher because Ray Fisher is a closer chance of getting the Snyderverse restored. That's it. That's the only reason. That's the thing that pisses me off so much. And by the way, I'm not saying Ray Fisher's wrong. I don't know. I've said this from the beginning. I do not know if he's right or wrong because I wasn't there. I don't know. I would need to talk to Ray Fisher. I would need to talk to Jeff Johns. I cannot genuinely tell you if Ray is right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, I'm not given anything. I'm not given any proof, no evidence. And that's the thing people need to start fucking waking up to. And then we're turning on Henry Cavill. He is the face of the Snyderverse. Imagine if Marvel fans did this with Iron Man. You know how embarrassing that would be? But we got Henry Cavill back. But instead, I see people boycott Black Adam. Oh my god, he's not wearing the black suit. The John Williams team. Remember, Zack Snyder also wanted to play the John Williams team from the beginning. So if any, I feel like one day this fandom will get so bad that we're even going to turn on Zack Snyder. And I feel bad for Zack because Zack should not have to be dealing with this kind of shit where no matter what he says, everything's going to be taken into this little perspective. And I feel like that's the fear that Zack has. Because let's say Zack says, oh, I'm planning on not coming back to Warner Bros. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people being like, oh, Zack hates DC. Zack doesn't want to come back. Zack is a traitor. It's like, bro, it's literally called Restore the Snyderverse. And this is the thing that pisses me off. People don't want to hear different perspectives. People don't want to have conversations. Instead, it's let's have this little bubble and not allow anyone else to come back. And that's the reason why people like Mercury and Gerald's rose to power on Twitter. Because we had a lot of idiots following and sucking up to them without questioning any of their methods. And now we have fucking Mercury making 9/11 jokes. Bullshit like that. These are fucking idiots that should not be representing the Snyder fandom. And that's the thing that's annoying. I'm just so done with this all, man. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, that's it for my video. That's all I have to say. I know I'm going to get a lot of people being idiots in the comment sections, but hey, you know what? I'm willing to have a conversation no matter what. So you guys let us know in the comments, what do you think about what I have to say? Thank you guys for watching this video. And while I restore the Snyderverse, I really hope it improves in the future.